our questions just around the VAT.
This meeting is being recorded.
And when it's due and how it's organized. So we actually bought equipment and stuff for Dad's business in the UK. Now, had I known Brexit was going to be such a shit show, I probably would have elected to not do that, because there's about £600 in VAT on the equipment in Great British pounds, and I'm not sure we can actually claim that now, can we?
I don't think so. It's I'm still fine. Yeah, what seems to happen is they don't charge you VAT over there if you give them a VAT number, but then you have to pay VAT here at the point of entry, and you can claim it back. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's how that goes.
Right.
So there's VAT when you bring it in, but you've paid UK VAT, is it?
Yeah, because we paid it directly to that person.
Yeah, so I don't think we can claim that back. You could try them by giving the VAT number of this business and say, yeah, I forgot to give you the VAT number. Can you knock the? Is it paid for now, or is it owed, or is it paid for?
Yeah, everything's paid. So all the receipts I have are all paid ones. Because even Amazon, like I'm buying a lot of stuff for the business off Amazon, and they're charging VAT in British dollars.
What you'll find a lot of the time is there's somewhere they'll ask you for VAT. Depends where the goods are coming from, basically. That's the main issue there. But
well, most of them I'm looking at have had the VAT on them in Great British pounds on the receipts. So I can obviously show you a couple of them. I can upload a few, but when I was looking at that, going, oh my god, I've all of these receipts now that we may not be able to claim the VAT back on. I was saying it to Dad this morning. I was like, you go and try and do the best thing to save money, and then you're caught with the VAT.
Yeah, so I mean, we could sometimes, if it's not that significant, we'll claim it back here and keep our mouths shut, and hopefully give it a go. Yeah, but if it's found, it might come out. It probably come out, But that's if they check up on them. They mightn't check up on them. That's the only thing. So we could try maybe that approach.
Given we're a new company and we don't know any different than Brexit, it's very, very complicated. I think we'd probably have a Hail Mary there and a sorry, we
Yeah, we might try that and see. It's always basically
it's just more a significant one. Like Amazon, they're quite small, like they're like £2 and stuff here and there, but you're saving a lot by getting them from Amazon, so I'm not overly worried about that. But when you're looking at a £600 one, I mean, you're talking nearly €1,000 in VAT there, which is actually probably what we'll owe on the first bill for the turnover of this quarter or whatever you guys actually do it as. I'm not really sure how it works.
Well, we might just claim it and stay quiet for the moment and move on. Because the further away we get from it, he probably won't get an inspection for a year or two anyway, So, but if it, so in the old days, you wouldn't pay that VAT, It wouldn't even happen,
Yeah, and everything before the company was incorporated, given they're still business expenses, because we were buying stuff before the company was put together, they still count, don't they?
They do. What happens is you add them up, and effectively your dad or whatever sells them to the company. He gives a bill for that. Now that's the easiest. What type of stuff is it? Stock, is it? Or?
Yeah, so we just bought like various things like the clothing rails, the wood for the counters, paint, the machines, all of that sort of stuff was all bought beforehand, because it just took a bit longer to negotiate the lease. So we had everything kind of getting delivered to my auntie's house before the business opened. So we had everything ready, like the business cards and the flyers. But even the business cards and the flyers, I ordered them in Australia because I use Canva. So I don't know how the conversion works then. Like, do you convert them as to what the rate was on the day, or what are you doing? It's
in them a rate on the day, on the date. Now that never equals what you actually paid. And then when we see what was paid, or if that's possible, we'll just make it fit. We make the bill fit. It's kind of a twiddle with it. But if for some reason that's not relevant because you paid out of your pocket, we'll just go with the rate QuickBooks gives us. So.
Yeah, perfect. So all of the money that went into the business, I put 15,000 of my own money in. That's what's paid for everything. So that's a loan to the company.
Okay.
That Dad's aware of. I'm not taking anything back off that yet. because the company, it's just only quite new, and it's, you know, it's doing all right for the 6-7 week that we're in. It's, you know, brought in a couple of grand. It's a lot more than I probably thought. I'm paying for the marketing over here as well, through my other company, so I'll just actually claim that on this side, so that way it's not coming out of the company on that side. And then, yeah, other than that, I just need to upload receipts, and I assume you guys do everything else then on your side.
Yeah, when we show you what to do, we'll keep an eye on it after that. Let me just see here. I'll make you a co-host as well while I'm just at this part, in case you need to share your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so there's the Dext you put up earlier. Let me just check.
Yeah. Yeah, it was asking for something relating to the VAT in the integration settings, but when I went down, there was like 20 of them, and I didn't know which one was relevant.
Yeah, so that's I'll just have a look at this. So that's the receipt for payment, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually gone back to them to send me a new one, because this was just what came up in the email. There wasn't actually an attachment on it. So once I get that back in, I'll update that with the proper invoice. Because it's the same with Amazon. They give you the order outline, but you don't actually have a printed invoice from them.
All right. God.
Yeah, it's very messy. So I'll maybe try and log in online and see if I can find it. It might be because I'm working off my phone.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Well, we'll go with this for now. I'll just explain to you about the VAT rate. So what we do is, I know it's kind of a once-off, but you never know. Yeah, we say every time it sees Irish formations direct, to put it into legal and professional fees. I'm going to leave that there. Now the VAT rates, it's read these from QuickBooks. So just I'll show you on QuickBooks where they are and how they're explained. But the key one is if you're buying something for resale, there's an R after it. So if you're buying clothes, you know, material or something. So but the reason there's 3 of them is because during the pandemic, QuickBooks changed to a 21%. It was 23, went down to 21, and then back up to 23. So the rate to use is always standard after March 21 for you anyway.
After.
So that's for resale, and that's not for resale. It was just because on QuickBooks, when you put the date of the bill in, it'll work out the VAT rate. And Dext wasn't working. I had to get onto the developers to set this up. And this
no worries. So I just click on that one then each time I'm doing it over in that section, is it? Yeah.
And even if you hit the wrong rate, we can fix it anyway, you know. So
okay. Yeah.
The thing. So there's only really 3 things. Have a go at the category yourself. Standard.
Yeah.
The VAT rate will be on the bill most of the time, but have a crack at it and publish to bill. Those are the 3 things. Now on your phone, if you're photographing on the phone, have you downloaded the app, Wayne?
I have, yeah. I won't be photographing them per se, because Dad is sending me the screenshots of them. So I'll just add the photo in and do it on the phone, because it gives you an option to do both.
Okay, well that's fine. So next time, let me see, is that ready? Oh yeah, default tax and integration, sorry. Just get back to that. The once-off thing. Standard. So it says if there's no tax rate, what? Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, that was what I was looking at, and I just didn't know what to press. So.
Yeah, so I've got that. Okay, it's still looking for that. So I'm just gonna actually come out of this, go into myself. Probably okay now. Oh, it's still, well, it's ready now. Please select default tax. God, I've done that. I'm gonna log out and log in again. It's normally on the ball. God, maybe I didn't pick that right. Let me just see on here. Standard. Yeah, that's all done. But it's saying ready, all right, okay. Okay, I'm going to see what that published for me. It normally would go green there. I was just surprised it wasn't turning green. So
Yeah, no, I noticed it as well. That was why when it went to that, I had a look in the settings to see what it meant by integration, but I couldn't see anything.
okay. Yeah, it's published up now. It'll tell us down there. Yeah, okay. So it didn't turn green for its own reasons, but it has published. So we're up now in the QuickBooks, and I'll do the tour of this now in a minute, but we'll just have a look and see did it go through. 30 days. Yeah, there it is. So,
Yeah. Will the dates matter?
oh,
Oh,
not really, no.
detected. Okay, it's already detected when it did it anyway.
Yeah, it'll pick up on the date.
Okay.
So what happens is as you enter the builds, we program it where to go, but I'm going to show you how to do it well because you're a techie. And effectively on Dext, there'll always be a copy there, but it goes up into the accounts and will go into the profit and loss or balance sheet, hopefully in the right place. And if it's not in the right place, we'll teach you how to move it around. Like,
yeah, well, I took a guess at legal and professional fees for that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm assuming it's like Zero, where there's a code for each thing that you need to be doing, like office supplies and stuff like that.
Very good, yeah.
So you just tell me where you want it to go, and I'll pop it in there.
Okay. Well, let me just look at you here as a user. So your dad is on there.
I'll do my best guess.
Oh yeah, so he's photographing them. So a couple of things that I think you're aware of this now. That's your dedicated email address for forwarding it to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at that now. The second thing is if you use the app. Well, I've published that now, and all this is zeros. But you see this thing here, archive. Click in there. Everything that's published will be in here. Okay.
Okay.
And where it went, so you can never lose it. And further down, there's other lists. Now, a handy one is suppliers. Okay, so as you enter the builds, it'll set up the supplier here. It'll also set it up in QuickBooks. And in under every supplier, there'll be a list of all the bills we've ever got, or statements, or whatever, you know, but all the documents. So I don't really use we won't need to use the customers. I don't really use that much anyway, side of it. But if the app starts getting used that people photograph bills, if they do, there's a way here we can text you to say, what is this for, or anything, you know, we can ask about it. But if it's kind of a weird bill, just put on the description. There was a place there, I'll just go back into archive here, bring up that again. There's a place here, say it's something unusual, just write it there and it can save a question, you know, so it can be handy that way. But effectively, for adding in the bills, I'll just show you here up on the right where it says add documents. There's 4 major ways. So if you're getting them on JPEGs or PDF, you can just drag them into this, okay? And it'll start, even handwritten ones, it'll start to work out who they're from, the date, the amount, and all that, okay? That's the first thing. The email I've told you about. This thing here, in case there's any bills that are on websites like Electric Ireland, or eFlow, that you have to download the bill. So, you know, please log in and download your bill, you know, that type of thing. This here, these would be the normal ones that we come across at the moment. Panda, Air, eFlow, Apple, Electric Ireland, I think are there as well. Yeah, Electric Ireland. But effectively, you put in your username and password and it'll go get the bill itself, okay?
Okay, cool, That
can be a handy one. Now, if you don't know if they're on it, just, so where did I get that? I went into add documents, okay? And connect to supplier, this invoice fetch, it's known as fetch, okay? And then you can add the connection.
At the moment, the only one we'll really have will be Flowgas for the electricity. We don't really have any other suppliers other than that.
Okay, well, there's more and more of them going onto it. You'd be surprised. So Flowgas aren't on this yet, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I found that a bit backwards as well. When I went to their website, it was just a headache trying to get to the login portal. So I've a feeling I'll have to do that one manually. But that's fine. I don't mind doing that. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, it takes 2 seconds. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, so that's
That's good. That's actually a useful one though. That Dropbox one.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's actually where I've got them all now.
All right. Okay. The partner to enable Dropbox, I need to. Now I haven't used this before. Actually, the Dropbox one.
Well, don't stress about it anyway. I've downloaded them all from Dropbox to the desktop, and I'll just upload them one by one.
All right. Okay.
Because that way it'll just be used to where to put them and what to do anyway. So there's about 60 of them now, but that only probably does one receipt every 2 weeks now. But it was just all of the initial stuff.
Okay.
So I've kept a record of all of them, and I'll pop them up.
So as all those bills go in then, Wayne, right? They come up here to where's my QuickBooks gone? So you go up here to QuickBooks, and we might see if we can connect your bank. Have you online banking set up? You sound like you did there.
Yeah, I have now. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bank control this, so there's no, we can't go in and move your money around or anything like that, or send payment. Yeah. But each day the bank send over what came in and went out of the bank account, and with the money going out, in particular, it's looking for the bill it might have paid, and you'll see that. Yeah. So when you have the bills up and on there, we'll just try and connect this bank in a moment, but you'll start to see it recognizing things, you know. And
yeah, that's fine. There's not a whole lot being coming out of that other than Dad's wages. Everything else we've been kind of doing. Oh, I suppose it probably recognize like the bank transfer and stuff too. And also your bill. Actually, I need to know when that's coming and what that is as well.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, must.
I'm sure you sent me through. I just remember it being 55 a month, and then there was like an initial training thing. But because I hadn't got the bank account set up at the time, I didn't do the direct debit. So do you guys just email invoices? Is that how it works?
Okay, we'll do that now in a second. I'll check that out in a moment, actually. Yeah. So how many bank accounts is there? Just the one, is it?
That's just one, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll start by connecting
This will
that.
be interesting. It's probably going to ask me for a blood donation or something now in AIB.
Hopefully it'll go in easier. Now, every 90 days it'll disconnect, but you'll have no problem reconnecting, you know. So I've gone into, I'll show you around now in a second on this thing, but I've gone into accounting, chart of accounts, and there's your bank account there. And I'm just going to click on here and connect bank.
I've just a feeling it's going to ask me for something from that card calculator, and Dad's got it.
Oh,
if it does, I'll pull him up. It'll be fine. He's getting savvy. He's nearly at the stage where we can use a remote control for the TV.
Is it business banking or personal
business
banking? Yeah. Business, okay.
No, business banking. Because that was the thing I told you. Do you remember for the first month we had to use an extra personal one in Dad's because this one took a while to set up?
Yeah.
So I'll need to send through the bank statement for that period as well.
Okay. We'll see how far back we can go on this. Okay. Do you have the user ID?
There's a registration number. I don't think it's the IBB one. I think it's the other one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is a business bank account, but they didn't give me an IBB one. It's the other one.
Okay. I'll go back to that guy then. It's this guy. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 289 248 48.
48. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to type in the code?
Well, you can tell it to me. It changes all the time, I think, does it?
Say again? No. It's just your normal PIN number. This is the registered one they make you put in. This isn't a code. It's like a password.
Oh, yeah. But just tell it to me there. I mean, yeah. If you tell it to me there, I'll type it in. We'll just be all right.
If you want to actually just give me the thing, I can type it in on this end. I'm just worried about saying it over the video.
Okay. I'll need to share my PC. How do I do that?
It's just participants. I think you just give me control of the screen down the bottom.
Yeah.
You make me the host.
There you are now. Will that come up through there now? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll just double check if it's me clicking on things. Sorry. 25, 24, 8, 8. Yeah. No, this isn't good. Oh, it might work. Hold on. Oh, wonders never cease.
Okay, so click on the current 014. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And share accounts. I'll go back to the date it was opened. Okay. So it'll ask us how far, so we'll just go from opening. So click on the current up the top there.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can click in here as well. This is going to once-off stuff, and we're just, yeah, and you can click business bank account. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, that's fine this year. So obviously won't go back that far because it wasn't open, but it'll do from the day it opened. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it opened before that, though, did it? Before the first.
That was the 1st of May 21. Was on that.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. No, then we're good.
Great. So okay, that's great now. So okay, so I'll actually let you still go. So just when you get lost on QuickBooks, right? You see the word dashboard here. If you just click on that.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So if you download the QuickBooks app as well, Wayne, it'll kind of show you.
I have it on my phone.
You have that, okay. Well, generally it'll show you what's on here.
I downloaded both Dext and QuickBooks on my phone once I got the links through from you guys.
All right, super. So just what we're looking at here will always be kind of a glimpse of how the business is going, but on the right-hand side, it'll show you the bank, which is, generally what people are really interested in. And so the bank balance will generally be yesterday's bank balance. So that's 4,887. And then in QuickBooks, it'll tell you what's in that. And if the two of them match up, it's what we call reconciled or matched,
Okay. Yeah.
Now the reason there's a difference there is that there's 33 to review. That's everything that's gone through the bank. It's like a baby, doesn't know anything when it's born, it's learning, And but those 33 items aren't in the accounts yet. Okay, so they're in what I call the waiting room, And if you just click on there for a moment, it'll show them all as it's never heard of any of these before, and but we'll start to recognize them in a while. So we'll just look down here. So that's the 20th of May. So it's 50 cents gone up there. Deals, little things in and out, and overpayment returned. Keep going
so
down.
all the Square International ones are the ones that are the settlements from the machine.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So that's the FPOS machine basically. The rest of them I have all the receipts for in Dropbox.
And what way does the shop work? Do people come in, leave stuff in, and come back and pay? Is that what goes on?
That's it. Yeah.
And does he just ring it up in the till? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's all he's doing. He has a ticket book, a duplicate ticket book that he's using, and Dad keeps a accounts record by hand in a log if they need to know the customers and what they're paying or anything. He keeps a very detailed record of that, but there's nothing necessarily to rectify against the CRM or anything like that. It'll just be amounts that are coming off the settlement.
And if someone pays them in cash, does it, like, is there a total at the end of the day he keeps or something?
Yeah, well, the cash is actually, we put the cash payments through the Square terminal as well. So it
Okay.
actually keeps a track of all the cash, and then you'll see that Dad's done, like he goes every Friday then. So that would have been like a couple of days ago. It's probably like,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
so
ATM one, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So that's Dad going in and putting in the cash then. That's come in. So if they ever need to know again which ones were cash and which ones were card,
Okay.
Square shows each one of them in their reporting to show what was what.
And just for daily sales then, or weekly sales, does he does he give you a figure or total up anything or how?
Well, I can see it all in Square because the report just shows me everything that's come through the FPOS machine for the week.
Okay. All right. So for entering that in, either like weekly might be handier for you. I'll just set that up now. Okay, and I'll.
Does it not automatically just tally the Square and the? Can you set it to tally the Square and the ATM ones?
I can. Now, if a tax guy was looking at this, he'd say, "What about how do I know you put all the sales? Even though you can fiddle a till,
Yeah.
he would still kind of want to see a daily total and then how much was lodged and how much wasn't lodged. That's the thing.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you're nearly better off having something like that because it just shuts them up if they ask.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. So you can just show me where you want me to do that, because yeah, obviously Dad tallies up the cash that's there and then does it at the end of the week then.
Yeah, let me just see. So I think we'll go with this one, sales receipt. So plus, we'll go back there slightly. The stuff kind of hidden around the place. Okay, now a lot of these are self-explanatory, but I'll go with what comes up as we talk, and then we'll just check on what's around. So when you hit plus, there's stuff to do with customers, suppliers. That's why your timesheets for employees won't come into it. And then there's another couple of minor items here. But this one here, sales receipt, sounds to me is the most appropriate. I'll just look at it here. Okay. And so these are the categories we've set up.
They'll all be clothing alterations.
It'll always be that. So I might get rid of these other ones then.
Yeah.
So clothing alteration.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of service date, clothing alterations. And the important thing is, what's the VAT rate? It's the lower rate, isn't it? 13.5?
Yeah, 13. Yeah, 13.5.
Yeah. So always have it here inclusive of tax, because if it's 100 quid.
It is inclusive,
yeah.
Yeah.
And let's just say.
So I can actually go back. It's the easiest way for me to probably do that is I can jump into Square each day that Dad's finished, tally up the amounts. And if I ever need to go back or he ever needs to see it, I can show them. Like, can you still see me? Can you still see me now?
I can, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of what it shows you there. Hold on.
Could it be again? Oh, yeah, okay, that's excellent.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So it shows you the card or cash, whether it's got Visa or anything on there, any refunds, everything for the day. And then it gives you a report then for sales that you can do a day, a week, or a month.
I wonder will that integrate with QuickBooks, Wayne? Oh yeah, look at that.
It probably would.
You know, it might send over the info every day, you know.
Yeah, let me just have a look. Square QuickBooks. It probably does, because we use it over here. It doesn't seem to be as common over there. Yeah, it says Intuit. It says Intuit, QuickBooks, and Square. So if there's an integration there, you can show me. I can log in.
It probably is. Yeah, I'll just put Square. Okay, I'm just doing a small bit of programming here, and I'll show you why in a moment. I'm just decluttering a couple of things.
Oh, that's all right.
That you don't need.
All in all, I think it'll be a very, very simple process for us as a business and for you to manage it. Like, I'll do most of the work. It'll Here has been great actually. Because God, I was panicking over that $4,000 thing. I was terrified to do anything in the bloody bank account. It's like, it'll be my luck, I'll end up messing something up.
Okay. Let me just have a look at Dext a second. I don't want to charge. Dext have an integration, but it costs money, so we don't want to go on that. So if Square would just send over, we'll check. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share the screen. Let's go back in here. Okay. So a couple of things. I'm going to tell it here. So that 33 to review. We'll see about our sales in a moment. So basically, just going to Square up. So I'm going to click on that.
Yeah.
That will be a transfer. So you will have your daily sales saying all this money. Just think of it as on the table over there in Gory. And so all the sales kind of pile up each day. And then Square send the money into the bank. So I'm going to say every time it sees the word Square up.
Yeah.
We know we got it from Square up there. Yeah. And create a rule. Every time it sees, it'll move all them now straight away.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Because that'll be most of the transactions, and then the others will be receipts I need to put in.
It will, exactly, yeah. So I'll do that now, and that'll move away from them. Yeah, 17 of them, okay. So I'm going to click on dashboard again for a moment, and you'll see here, yeah, it's put 1,844 of the Square up receipts. Now we haven't put the sales in to say where that came from into QuickBooks there now, so that difference is narrowed.
Yeah, and the money that goes in from Square each day won't match the cash that went in on that day, because Dad has to bank that separately. But I've asked him to put all the cash through the Square terminal, so we've a record what is cash and what is cards.
Okay, so these ones are cash. ATM Lodge Gory, he'll always be that.
Yeah, so all of them will be cash that he's put through. So it's a far more cash business than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I just assumed people carry cards. Like, God, I can't even remember the last time I seen cash.
Yeah, you'd surprising, right? So much.
Then again, it is Gory Wexford, so I suppose there's probably something to be said for holding on to traditions a bit longer out in the country, I suppose.
Exactly. So I'll add as well, if it sees the cash, if it sees ATM Lodge in Gory, even though it mightn't always be that, but we'll put it in there for now. And I'll explain why. If it sees either Square Up or either ATM Lodge in Gory, it'll take it as business lodgements. We just seeded it. Yeah, lodged another 2 there, yeah. So 3329 is lodged. Just see, can I top? Okay. You know, on you see Square Up practice here. So I've just come up into my own QuickBooks for a moment. I'm clicking on apps. Okay. Square Up, well, Squarespace.
No, that's not it. Squarespace is a website platform.
Okay. There is no, it's not there at the moment anyway. Not a pity.
It's listed on the QuickBooks website though.
Yeah, it might be connecting
looking
down
at it
there in
now.
Australia because the head office is down there actually. So here's at the, so we can maybe if you're on your Squarespace desktop, right? Just see will it integrate with your QuickBooks login. Now, I had this with Invoice to Go with somebody else, and it integrated, but it just didn't send over any info. But maybe,
Okay,
yeah, you can give that a go after this anyway. So, so just, oh, that's me. I'll get back to yourself. Yeah, so as you put up the bills, a lot of the money going out here will attempt to match up with them. Now, it won't always get it, but it'll get it most of the time. So I'm just looking at what's left here now. So there's the overpayment on the wages. Okay, so we'll just program these wages as well, because they're an easy one. Other wages.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm clicking on it. Wages, there is no bill. Heather Brennan, is it?
Yeah, Padder, yeah.
And then just get his name. Okay, there's no VAT. Now, there's a lot of VAT rates here, but we'll start to, I'll show you about those now in a moment. So every time it sees Heather, then creating a rule. So I've just reduced down the amount of words so that there's less room for confusion for it. There we are. So the two are gone. Okay. And let me just see who else I have here. That's the rent for the unit, is it? 850. There's other wages. Let me just go back on that rule again. So I reduced down the word because it was Heather B.
It'll always be Padder. I'll put in that one. So Padder will probably cover the whole lot of them.
Okay. Yeah, and where's that rent gone? 850. So rent release, yeah. Is there VAT on the rent, Wayne, do you think? No?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, that would be.
Yeah, there isn't always. And the reason I'm saying that is, so do you think there's VAT in it, yeah?
I'm nearly sure she told me there was. I can double check it, but to be honest, I'm getting a really odd feeling from this landlord because I'm asking her for receipts and she's kind of looking at me funny. So I'm getting the sense that it might be an under the table situation because I believe I'm paying some guy's credit union account this rent, but like I've got the lease, so I mean,
Okay.
I can show the payments are occurring.
Yeah, I'll claim VAT in it now, but if I've down this road before, if you don't have a VAT invoice on the rent, we can't claim it.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I don't have an invoice from her at all. So
okay.
I won't claim it.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't
yeah,
claim it.
don't. Just in case. I have a feeling if that happens, she's gonna probably start going, nah, there's no I'm just getting a strange feeling.
She just wants
Okay.
to
So I've initialized the QuickBooks thing. So it says bank account where you Square deposits your money. So that's business bank AIB account or Square receipts. Which one do you want that to go into?
Receipts. Yeah. Receipts.
Square receipts. And then expense account for fees charged by Square. Square fees. Okay.
Bank charges we fine. Bank service charges.
Okay. And payment method on Square transactions. Just put a Square. It's got listed, or it's got cash, credit card, debit. I think it has to be Square because it's cash and card, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a do not assign option.
Do not sign.
Assign, yeah. Don't assign it to payment method.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do not assign. Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be great if that lines up. If not, I'll show you what to do. Yeah.
I'll certainly give it a go. Okay, it's brought me back to QuickBooks. So I don't know if that means it has worked. Are you able to see anything on your end there?
Not yet, but maybe I'll just log out and log in. Sometimes it needs that. No, nothing's come in here yet. No. I was going to see if any receipts come in. Okay. Well, it's there anyway. If it comes in, great, Wayne, right? If it doesn't, I'll just show you what to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So you click on plus new, sales receipt.
Oh, hold on. It seems to have not. Maybe this is the situation. Hold on for 1 second.
Okay.
It says integration options last sync. Never basic settings will show deposits given to the same. Okay. Is there anything there now? If you refresh.
Okay. Let's go out again. And look up those emails. Back in again. No, nothing in the yes, no.
Okay.
Okay.
That's disappointing. Thought we were going to have an easy run of it there.
Yeah. I had this before where a non-Irish app or non-European app wouldn't integrate. It said it did, but it just didn't in practice.
Yeah.
So it might be
I'm
that.
sure I'll figure it out.
Well, it's what happens in the meantime anyway is do you have the daily sales figure for last week, for instance, or the weekly sales there?
Yeah, give me 2 secs.
I'll actually get you to enter it.
Yeah, let me just bring it up. The only problem that I usually have with this, and I haven't figured out a way around it yet, is the report is linked to the time zone I'm in. Yeah, so I have to figure out a way of it actually showing me. So what was last week? That would have been Monday to Sunday, because some of Saturdays would have went into my Sunday. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. So 922.75.
Okay, so I'll get you to.
Yeah, so where do I go?
You hit plus new at the top left.
Yeah.
Have you control there?
I think so. Yeah, is it?
Okay, I don't see the cursor. Just check here.
You might need to give me it again, just double check.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go into there again. Yeah. And go down 5 to sales receipt. Click there.
Yeah.
We'll just look at. So this is just your daily sales. Is the so the customer will always be the general public. Or square customer. I've been set up. I see. Yeah. Okay. And do you see where it says deposit to on the bottom?
Yeah.
Just click on the arrow to the right, and you want it to
Yeah.
go into square receipts. Yeah.
No
Okay.
problem.
And then on the date, have last say Saturday. Then sales receipt date. You see up there, a bit higher up.
Oh yeah.
So we'll just go back to say to the either the day or the end of the week, whatever you want to do. So maybe
So it was the 16th to the 22nd. So will it be the 16th to the 21st in Ireland? So Monday to Saturday.
it would, yeah. So if you want to put down the 21st,
So, yeah, on the end of the week. Okay.
Okay. And that's all you need there. And if you go down to product and service, it'll be clothing alterations. If you click on the arrow, it'll bring up options. I'll reduce them options in a moment. So now over on the furthest to the right, okay, where it says exclusive of tax, you might just change that to inclusive. Even though I'll tell it to always be inclusive, it just doesn't seem to take. And that total you mentioned to me, if you put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's save and close, or on the actually go just click that arrow again to the right of save and send.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's worked out the VAT day. See there, save. Yeah, and you go save and close.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple of things have happened. The graph of the profit and loss has started to fill up now, and always the accounts will be VAT exclusive. All right.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. The second thing is, you can see the green thing starting to populate. Over on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the square receipts. That was 3,000 something. We're just telling us that the till is taking in this money, and that explains why money is coming in from Square. Basically, it's pretty obvious. Right now, the middle there, you can see the rent and the wages are the expenses that we've seen so far. That's doing that.
Yeah.
But where it says profit and loss this year, you see there, and 248. If you just double click on the words profit and loss. Okay. And see sales alterations there. If you click on the 813 you just did there a minute ago. Okay. And you click on the words general public or sales receipts, any of them. That's what you filled in a moment ago. Okay.
Okay. So I just need to go back then to when we open and do this week by week. Is that right?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
And if we can get the integration working sometime, it'll put this in ahead of you. So you won't have to do with this.
Yeah, which would be useful. It seems to say that it should be, but it's obviously not. So I'll try and play around with it as well and see if I can figure out how to get it all lined up.
Now just save and close this for a second as well. I'll show a few things now that are spinning off this. And you see on the left-hand side, click on dashboard for the. So think of the dashboard as when you get lost in a hotel and you go down to reception to find your way. You come back to here, I can't find it easy. Now, further down on that left-hand side are the words VAT. I'm going to click on that a moment. And this is worth keeping an eye on. It'll open up. Just click on there, click once.
It doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Other those. Let me try it here for a second. Dashboard again. I'm back down to that. So wake up. Okay, so that's January, February. We weren't running at that stage, so I'm just going to mark that as. Okay. Here, I'm back a second. Yeah, so it's brought on the next one. Okay, and So when you click on the words VAT, okay, and I'll let you take over again. Oh yeah, that's fine. So that figure at the top is what way you stand with the VAT man. So there'll always be, so there's, it's saying we're owed 90 euros of a refund, right? And that's got to do with forming the company at the very start.
Okay, yeah.
And
But it hasn't picked up on the VAT from the 800 that we put in, or is that? Oh, so it's taken off the company formation amount, is it? So the amount we owed off the 800 is compensating against the VAT of the 400.
yeah, when you say the 800, what do you mean? Is that the sale, is it?
That's the sales, yeah, the sales for the 922 for that week.
Yeah, if you click on the words prepare return on the right there.
Yeah.
Is this, do I need to click again? I just need that remote. I need to get you to. Oh no, you have control. Yeah, click on the words prepare return.
I think what it is it's actually struggling to pick up where the cursor is. Give me 2 seconds. I'll try that again.
It has it there, yeah. And you see end date at the top. If you change that to today, we'll say, because your sale was around now. Okay, you see on the right there your VAT on sales. Okay, click on that 109.
So that's the sales, and the one underneath it is the VAT on purchases for the company.
Exactly, yeah. And there's your,
yeah.
So that brings you right back to that. So when you enter the sale, there's your 813 and the VAT worked out for you. So, but I suppose the moral of the tale is when you click on the word VAT, it'll show you what you owe at any one time. And
yeah, perfect.
We'll try and get you filing your own VAT, Wayne, if you're able to.
Yeah. You just give me the heads up of how to do it, and I'll do it. It's no problem.
Once the bills of sales go into this, it'll give you a figure, and we'll show you the first one and bring it through it. But effectively, we'll wait till it comes up. So, but that's what's going on there. I'm just going to the two bases. I'm just going to show you a couple of things in this little cog area here. Some programming, and there's little things in here to do with, I'm just seeing if there's anything really relevant. Adding a user is there, but
that won't be relevant.
That won't be relevant. These products, I'm just going to take off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to take off these guys. Now they're there again if we want to bring them back, but they just won't be. It'll say hours of sales I can't get rid of. They kind of come with it, so they'll.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just take here a second, and I'm just going to click on VAT as well a second time.
And when is the date for the VAT for the period of the 1st of April to now?
Yeah, so it's every 2 months. So March, April is meant to go in by the 19th of May, which I know is up now.
And April, maybe the 19th of June.
No, it's January, February, March, April, May, June. So I'm just going to have a look at your VAT code in a second to see. So I'm just going to show you one thing here. Edit VAT. I want to click on the cash basis. Do you know your VAT number, Wayne?
Is it? I think it's the same as the company number, isn't it?
It's not really. No.
Hold on, I'm sure I sent it to Kira. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah.
It's IE.
Yeah.
3950.
Okay.
916.
Yeah.
J for John, H for Hannah.
Okay, and I'm also going to get into edit VAT, edit rates. If ever you're kind of
Is the
wondering,
start of January? Is the financial year over there the calendar year?
it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's different over here.
Okay, let me just have a look at the. Yeah, it's up there.
I'm quite impressed with QuickBooks' app. Zeros is terrible.
Oh yeah. So there, Wayne, is so the first VAT return is slightly overdue, right?
Okay.
You on the 19th of May. Now you only got your VAT code lately and got set up, so they're not looking for you yet. So when you get all the bills in, we'll actually do, and your sales, we'll actually do this VAT return. Okay.
Okay.
But so I'm recording this the whole time, but in effect, have you got access to this Ross account? My account? And,
No, I don't think so.
okay, I'll get them to email you how to do it.
Yeah.
But basically, it'll bring up, there's a VAT return. You click on this file and pay. Complete a form online. Select, I just scroll down. The VAT will be there. Should be there anyway. She's not showing up for you there. Strange enough, hasn't appeared yet. Strange, that is. Okay. Well, it should be there, the VAT form normally. I don't know why it's not, because they're looking for it and it's not appearing there for you. And but the figures that go in it, you just click on the VAT here, prepare return. You see here T1, T2. You'll fill in T1 and T2, and it'll, if there's money owing or owed, it'll match this here, okay? But this will give you the figures. You just need to make sure your dates are right. And every time you do a VAT return, you then click this thing, mark as filed. And the significance of that is, it cements in the VAT return we've done. So if we change any transactions back in those months, because we forgot a sale or something, it'll catch you in a later month, but at least we know what we filed at the time, you know?
Yeah.
So, so we'll cross bridge. It's just for some reason, the VAT return isn't actually showing up on your company yet. So I'll ask, it will, but we might have to send them a reminder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also just ask, we'll send you out a note on how to set that up for yourself as well. You have to set up a, well, basically what you'll do is you'll go into revenue.ie.
Yeah.
See what I'm doing after today, actually. Let's go in there. You'll be clicking on this thing, Ross, R-O-S, okay. And it will be, you want to set yourself up. Let's see. Yeah, register for Ross. See that thing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of small writing, but so you'll click on that, and effectively, you put in your name, address, a few security items, but they send you this certificate that you put on your computer so they know it's you. Okay, that's
okay.
And you'll be able to see what I'm seeing then. Okay, that's what you do. So just do that, because it might take a day or two for them to send you the password and stuff like that, whatever they do behind the scenes. Okay. So just look around the screen here. Okay, a lot of, I'm showing you stuff that's relevant, a lot of it isn't for you. So the banking is just the bigger version of what we just looked at there, but it'll show you this waiting room. There's two ways into everything. And when I click on dashboard, I click on banking, into that waiting room. The other quicker way in is just to click on the amount to review. And that will keep updating every day now. Okay. And you can see invoicing is also where we just did that sales receipt. And if I click on that, there's the sales receipt you did. Or
I just got an email there, Kevin, under my apps, manage my apps, Square and settings. They've sent me an email saying Square is integrated with the QuickBooks account.
it is, and I'm just looking at it here. As you said that, I was looking for that 813 you put in. So I looked at invoice here, there's a tenner, and then there's another one here for 30 quid. And yeah, they've all come through here actually. Look at that.
Yeah.
Every sale, that's great. So your one here.
So I don't need, yeah. So we can probably delete that then because it's pulling in them all from when we started. I pushed it back to when we opened.
You did, yeah. So I'll click on a dashboard. I thought, oh, look at that there. Yeah. Very good. So here you can see the sales building up, 6,500 for this year.
Is that minus VAT, the 6569 on that?
Yeah, it is, yeah, minus that.
Yeah, that's perfect. I was just thinking it was about 7, so I was curious.
And of all that money that's come in, we've lodged, like that plus the VAT, we've lodged everything so far except 421, which might be, is either
Dad
there.
has it.
Yeah,
he hasn't put in yet.
Yeah, and also Square has some of it as well, perhaps, you know. So
yeah.
So that's great. Yeah. And actually there's the shape of your sales for the last 30 days.
Yeah.
And you can click here and go back to last quarter. See a rise in there. Just it's handy information.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't worry, Dad's drawing those graphs in my head every day on a daily basis. So
another place worth keeping things as well. You see down here where it says my accountant.
Yeah.
Okay. If ever we need to, like if there's documents like bank statements or a lease, you can actually just put them in here and they're on here. Perfect. I can see them, you can see them. Okay. And if we ever email you to say, will you put something in there? It'll show up, it'll email you and a reminder will be here, you know, every now and again will.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to upload the documents into this place here. So that's another handy one. That's great now with the invoicing. Okay. That's that. I'll go back to the dashboard again.
Well, that saves me a job every week now, and that's all automatic, which is amazing.
Jeez, it is, yeah. I'm just looking at my checklist here. We're kind of at it really. That's it. It's get them into Dext. Then we publish them up here. This thing here, 2 to review. What this means is, you see here, 8 to review and 2 to review. 8 and 2 is 10. Yeah. That's your 10 items there.
Yeah. So all I have to do is provide the receipts for those. Will it automatically recognize them, or do I need to do it as an action on that specific transaction?
It may recognize them or it may not. We'll know when we put them in. Like it might recognize the amount or it might recognize the name, but sometimes it won't. And if it, we have to make it recognize them basically. But we'll see what happens when you upload them, you know, we'll see if it notices. I'm just looking here at this thing here. This was an overpayment of wages, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I'd gotten ahead of myself and set it up as a standing order, and then I forgot I'd done the standing order and I paid him on Thursday. So yeah, so he's that's just a transfer back. Dad doesn't have any access to the bank accounts or anything. It's me, and I manage his bank account and all of their bills for them. So
okay. And is that a loan from you there, Wayne? The 4566?
No, that's the 4566 that came from the bank account we were using before the bank account opened, the business one. So that's all the sales income from that previous bank account.
Okay, so that's from, and that's pre-company time, is it, or is it company time?
No, so we opened on the 1st of April. That's the money for April.
Okay.
That went in. So I had the Square terminal attached to the other bank account in Dad's that we set up separately so that it was completely separate. And then when the business one opened, I just transferred that amount, the full amount that was in there, across to the business bank.
Okay, just see, did it take in all the April stuff, because I just want to put that in the right place. So January to December. Last month, yeah. Okay, so let me just see how far back it went. Oh, yeah, it's all there. Yeah, it's doing every sale as well, actually. Okay. So I'll just go back to this. So
That's great. Really glad I went with that now.
yeah, it's great. All right. Just think, well, so this is it's sales money, really. We're just what I'll call it. I'll call it capital introduced. Yeah, I don't seem to have enough sales to cover all that. That's why I'm.
Well, that was minus that 3.8 on that one was that minus the GST or the VAT?
Let me see. Our sales to date are almost 7. So we have 4.8 in the bank. We just see. So on Squarespace, did all that 7,000 come into Squarespace? No, no.
Yeah, everything other than the yeah. It would have all been put through the terminal. Every sale. So let me just double check. Actually, I wonder if we brought in something at the very end of March. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, go back to the 31st of March. I remember we had 1 or 2 customers that came in before the day we opened.
All right.
But it should still be on Square. We just need to go back another day. Do you remember where you went in to check the Square ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the 30th of March. So I'm just looking. There's the money. What is the sales? That's the deposit.
I think yours only went April.
Seeing how when the sales started coming in. Oh yeah, so it hasn't given me the April sales actually. That's what it hasn't given me. It seems to have started. Oh no, that's the deposits. Let's see when the sales started happening here. Yeah, they're the deposits.
How far back does that go when you drop down to the very bottom? It seems to still have a lot there at the bottom.
It does, yeah. I'm just you see these guys.
Yeah, the 30th. You see?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Oh, it goes back to the 30th. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the sales. Just click on what's the I click on the refund. Click on the wrong one. Yes. Oh, undeposited funds. Okay. You see, yeah. So that's okay. It's a little bit. Just for a minute. Yeah. So it's putting the money into undeposited funds as opposed to where customer.
You should be able to see that in the integrations now in the app section. There was a section where, remember I said to you, it asked you whether you wanted to assign it. There's probably a section in there that will ask you about that thing that you're talking about.
Okay.
Is there an app section you are in here? Is it up in settings?
That's on up here. Apps. When apps. Think of Square. Okay. Okay, you see the. Yeah, so I can't get into that from here.
It says there'll be an automatic daily sync item and product category reporting. So it says click here to go to my apps, find sync and settings. We noticed that there were errors during the sync. Okay, let me have a look at this.
Yeah, I might share your screen, have a little look at it. That's possible. I'll tell you
I'll
why.
have to open up.
Yeah, I'll just show you what's going on.
I'll open this on mine as well, so then I can share.
Yes, there's 2488 in undeposited funds. Yeah, I just want to tell it to put it into Square Receipts, if I can, and also
Okay.
and also the VAT rate. It's picked. So yeah, they're going into undeposited funds. So I'm just gonna. I have a few kind of things I can do here.
So you see on your screen when you go back to the clothing alterations express part. Have I still got you, Kevin?
Yeah. Sorry. What did you want to do, Wayne?
Do you see on your screen? Oh, you don't have it. Why does it not show up at the bottom of yours? So I'll show you mine here. Let me just.
Okay,
I'm going to share my screen with you. Do you see apps down here?
Yeah.
I have that under this, but you don't seem to have that one.
So why I don't have that? Okay.
So if I launch. Okay, now what am I doing? Okay, so basic settings and defaults for unmatched items. So let's have a look at this really quickly. Does this help at all? So payment methods, bank charges, Square Receipts, or that?
Yeah, well, Square Receipts is where we told it, but I might change my programming if it can't find it. So we told that the right place. We told that the right place.
Yeah. Payment method, do not assign.
Okay, what's this? Payment method.
That's cash or cards.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't do any assigning on that one, so there's nothing there that's useful.
Okay.
The manual import is done. Default for unmatched items, so that might be invalid application link. Why did that happen? Automatically match tax codes and categories already in QuickBooks on a match can be found the default or no, strange. What was the log of the errors? Oh yeah, it's basically saying it's having trouble with the refund ones.
All right.
Before
Okay.
the refund ones, it doesn't know what to do with them.
One thing, I'll bring it back to my. I don't see an option there, but maybe you'll find it again. Is on the VAT. It was kind of making up a VAT rate. Let me just see here. So I'll click into one of them here. And it's got this unassigned tax from Square Sales. So maybe have a look on the Square thing, but the one we want it to be on is standard. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Reduced, yeah. Yeah. Now
you mean on my, is it?
Yeah, it didn't seem to ask us about VAT at your end there. Now I've always,
Okay.
yeah, but we needed to go for the reduced rate. But if it doesn't do it, just maybe to click in and I don't know what rate it was doing there. Just see what rate it was. As a matter of interest.
I'm pretty sure I set it. I had to set it manually in the checkout section to be 13.5%. But let me bring up the dashboard and see if I can settings.
Yeah, it's got an amount of 238. We just see 20 minus 2.38. 2.38 divided by 17.6. It's actually calculating it correctly, but it's not going.
Oh, good, because I did set it in.
Yeah, the amount is right, but it's just not in the right category here.
Oh, so it's just on the other end. Can we set a rule for it to detect that?
I don't think I can, but at least the only thing is
there a
on the Vat
specific-
Return, to show up properly, we need it to be on one of these things.
Is it specific to a particular type of transaction, or is it just randomly picking out which ones is it?
It's picking up the right amount, but just doesn't know where to put it, so it's doing unassigned.
Oh, okay.
So now I have a quick. This isn't available for you, but I have a quick way of fixing it, whereby 1st of April to May, all sales receipts. I can get it all fixed up in a flash. So, but this is only on my version. It won't be on yours. Reduced. It's not reduced. Yeah, reduced 13.5% sales. Okay.
Is it maybe because it's the 1st of April? There was still one on the 30th and 31st of March, wasn't it?
Was there? Or maybe. We'll go back that a little bit. We'll do this for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
It looks like it's only 1548, so that could be just one transaction there that's left over and that uncategorized.
Okay, not come up with either at the moment. They're all there a minute ago. Yeah, I'll take back to the dashboard. Back here again. Reclassify. And we'll go back. The letter T brings it to today's VAT rate all the time. Oh yes, enter them as invoices. Okay. As opposed to sales receipts. That's what it was. Yeah, it didn't give us an option, but anyway, we'll go with the invoices. Okay. So I'm going to reclassify all of them and change the VAT to reduced. Whenever I find it, there it is. Oh, it'll fix those up. It'll just put the VAT into the right section. That's all. And yeah, so they've done that. So when you click on any of these now, oh, didn't change it.
I think it said you could only do one page at a time. There was an error message that came up.
Oh, was there? Okay.
See, you can only reclassify one page of transactions at a time.
Oh yeah, okay. Good man. I'll do these so. And I'll change the programming. It's putting the funds into undeposited funds, which is kind of out of the way. And I'll just change my programming to take it from there. So, as opposed to. Okay, so all those are changed now. Okay. Next page. Looking at the word reduced on, yeah, they're all fixed now. Dashboard. And let me see my programming on the banking rules. Transfer from undeposited funds. Okay, so any more, it'll know where to get the money from.
Oh, brilliant.
And that 4,000, that's where it needs to go. It's a transfer from there. That was money that was in the business when you got this account set up. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's only 8. Those 8 to review have to do with the receipts that you're going to enter. And you see that the gap is narrowing now between the two. Yeah.
Yeah. Super.
So this is the previous money. I'll just transfer 421.44 into undeposited funds. So transferring between your own accounts is this plus and transfer button. Square receipts. Just undeposited funds. Okay, so I'll make that active in a minute. So just in the reports here as well, when I click on it, if you put a green, there's loads of reports here, but the one with the green star will always be at the top.
Yeah.
So have a look through those and see what you like. But I'm just going to show you this balance sheet, which is like a photograph of what you own and owe. So there's money that QuickBooks think is in the account. This is as of April 30th. So I'll just bring it up to today, actually. Today, I press the letter T, run report. So now this undeposited funds, that's all the money that has come in over the till down there in Gorey. And then we've said everything was lodged. All the lodgements that have come in have come out of that. But we seem to have lodged 523 more than we actually took in sales. So it could be a case that there's some outside money, like he put in money. That's almost like that overpayment of wages.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't have been anything extra he would have done because I manage all of his money. So it would have only been.
Now the over.
But that could be the cash he hasn't actually lodged yet as well. We have cash that he still hasn't lodged.
Okay, could be that, yeah.
And it would be about, it would be about that amount. He said he's got about 500 euro in cash that needs to be lodged. So maybe it's picking that up as money that is extra, but it's actually money that has to go in. Is that why it was a minus rather than a plus?
The minus is we've lodged more than what our sales have happened, but you know what? We'll leave it a day or two and we'll see how it's all evolving.
Plays out.
Yeah, there's a bit of integration there and coming over. But look at how that dashboard is now populated itself a lot better. So,
yeah, it's really, really good. And then once I get the receipts in now, and then I'll do the Ross thing, and then you're going to speak to do I need to do anything about the VAT thing not showing up in that portal?
Yeah, I'll check on that. I think we'll contact the revenue and ask them to put it on there.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be a form, but it will appear and it's quite easy to fill. So as soon as you use those receipts in, we'll see what our VAT position is. So even now, I think so it'll just be for the April side. So March, April, but any receipt you put in with VAT. So at the moment there's 429 to pay. Okay. But when you put in the receipts, that figure will come down and down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would have thought it would have been more than that.
Well, you can always check it by clicking on the prepare. Okay, so on the sales side, 519. So there's,
based on about wasn't it 6,000 and something? 13.5% of that is.
yeah, some of that is in May. This is only going to be April because it's for March, April, the VAT return. Okay.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Okay, I've got it now.
And
So
just
it'll be March, April, and then April, May.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a VAT. So the most VAT you'll ever pay over is what you've collected. So just when you're
Yeah.
calculating it out in your head, I'll pick one here. It's you divide whatever came in by 113.5 and multiply by 13.5, and that's the VAT. So there,
Yeah.
so you divide that by 113.5 and multiply by 13.5 will give you this figure. Okay.
Yeah.
And when you've receipts, it shows you've paid VAT over, because the most of that man will want is what you've collected, but he's already got the VAT on this bill. So the difference between the two is what you pay him, because
What needs to be paid. And
yeah,
once I put in the other ones, that for the company stuff, that's going to come down.
it will, yeah. So we'll let you at that, and we might maybe we'll book another short one of these, like 15-20 minutes for Q&A, maybe a week from now, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going. It's good follow up to this, because things will have happened and you'll be wondering about. So some of those receipts that mightn't match up how we handle. We'll keep an eye on it here. Keep an eye on the programming, the publishing, but have a put them in there, publish them up, see what happens. They should match up.
And then
If they don't match up, it's I'll give an example just so. Let's just say McCall, a small one, deals. It doesn't recognize, even though deals is put in, it doesn't recognize this deals thing. What you'll do is you'll click on it. You'll change that to a check, and you'll change, put in the name deals here.
Yeah.
That you'll do, and this category goes to accounts payable.
Okay.
Okay, now that sounds a bit cumbersome. So hopefully it won't happen too much. And the VAT goes to no VAT. Okay, you do that and you click add. Now, nothing will really happen, but then I go into plus new here. And there's another thing here, pay bill. So if the bill is in, we can pay it. You'll see bills listed like this. And then there'll be a place here, whatever you put into accounts payable will be here. And we'll just offset them against each other. So, but it's always better if it recognizes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Less cumbersome, but but let's get it going and see what happens, and we'll bring you through the procedure.
Yeah, I'll put everything in anyway, and then if there's any VAT then left over that hasn't been claimed in that period, does it fall over into the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Once we click this file, it'll grab it in the next one. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's been very, very productive for the last hour, I think, Kevin.
Yeah, that's grand. So I've recorded this, Wayne, and I'll put it on YouTube and send you the confidential
video.
And then you can.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Then I can look back over it if I have any questions.
That sounds
brilliant. So that's great now that Square goes in. That'll be thrilled.
Yeah, and I'll check on our bills as well. We'll send us your email address there and get that.
Yeah.
I mustn't have said that.
Because I think it was 55 a month outside of the training. I think it was for just for the pays is all.
Yeah, that'll
and then
also go through.
do the tax return then. Yeah, cool. All right,
okay,
no worries at all. Thanks so much, Kevin.
I'm delighted to see that working so well. Okay,
yeah, no worries. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye for now.